Meeting to order. If you have your cell phones off, please mute them. Actually, I forgot mine, so I don't have to worry about that today. All right, I need to appoint Mike Copine and Keen Hudson to fill a quorum. So we have Mike and Keen here with us today. So Becky, if you would like to do roll call.
I sure will. Jack Scrogstead,
Here.
Allie Huss, Dean Friel, Katie White, Ron Gascoigne, Mike Copine,
Here.
Keen Hudson.
Present.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Do we have any public attendees? We do. Greg's here from Mass Transit District. Greg, did you bring something to share with us today? Can you turn your microphone on for me, please? Thank you. All right, go ahead. Push the button on the bottom.
Sorry, we didn't do that. We had a new tech kind of thing.
I read the
All right, go ahead and test it. Go ahead.
Is it working now?
Oh, you're live.
Okay. Jack, to answer your previous question, yes, I brought a report that you should also have as committee members. I'll just hit some of the highlights, ridership data. I think overall, we're trending towards about 93,000 rides to provide during this current fiscal year, July 1 through June 30. You can see that fuel did shoot up by about $6,000. During May, with just over 31,000 actually expended on fuel overall. Some of the highlights in terms of non-ridership data, we are working with Whiteside County government, as this committee has learned over the past few months, with the annexation of Whiteside County Public Transit into Reagan Mass Transit District. That is reaching its final conclusion with the final paperwork being approved by the county board over there, as well as our Mass Transit District board this week. And the annexation closing is planned for June 30th. So roughly, well, exactly 2 weeks from today. In terms of other developments, pre-award concurrence paperwork is now in IDOT's hands for the hiring of a general contractor for our Oregon office location, roughly 9,420 square feet, 7,150 square feet of that will be the bus barn. Hope to actually get that done within the next 60 days with groundbreaking shortly thereafter. If you're a golfer and don't have anything to do on Friday, we are doing our annual Four Wheels golf outing at Timber Creek with a 1 o'clock tee off time and a program to follow. Other developments, we did have some visitors from IDOT in recent weeks and are currently scheduling with some of the federal and state legislators to also visit our transit operation. State Representative Brad Fritz was on premise yesterday as we discussed some of the developments in Springfield related to transit. And an exciting project that we've been asked to partner with IDOT on is a grant application to the feds. It would be a transit operation development planning grant. And we'll look at several different subject areas outside of transit, but related to transit. So we're sort of excited about that transit-oriented development planning grant, which we'll submit within the next couple of weeks. Unless there's any questions, that is my report for the month.
Awesome, Greg. Anybody got anything for him? Nope. Thanks, Greg, always.
Thank you,
You
Jack.
guys are doing great things out there.
Thank you,
Keep it
sir.
up. All right, I see we have a gentleman in the back. Do you have something to share with us today? And if you could just give us your name and if you're with anything or anybody.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Adam Szymanski. I'm a Director of Development for Prairie Brome Solar. So I've got in front of the board a few different times over the past few years just for brief project updates, and that's what I'm here to do today. So we had submitted our special use application in mid-April and hope to get a recommendation from zoning officer Brian Brim here soon. And just wanted to be here to provide that update and answer any questions if you have any.
Okay, we have later on the agenda for that. So if we have any questions, we'll call you up then. All right, thank you. All right, anybody else? Okay, so let's go ahead and move on down. Approval of the minutes. If everyone has had a chance here to take a look at the minutes, if there are no changes. No changes, suggestions, okay, they'll be presented, they'll stand as presented. Okay, let's move down to the different department reports. We'll start with Transportation and Solid Waste Department. Dave Anderson, would you like to walk the committee through your report?
Okay, yeah, unfortunately not a lot of progress on the project work that we have going on. We're at the mercy of contractor schedules as far as that goes. We've got a few things done, a little bit of the township seal coat started and a few little hot mix jobs done. Unfortunately, that just means all that work gets jammed into the middle and latter part of the summer, so it gets pretty hectic when that happens. But again, we're on the contractor schedules. When it comes to that, the bulk of the about $1.5 million or more worth of seal coat work will probably start latter July. We do have a pre-con schedule for this Thursday with IDOT and the contractor for both the Indian Head Road Bridge and the Brooklyn Road hot mix job, and we'll get a more defined schedule at that point on those two jobs. I think the Lee Center Road hot mix job is at this point not really scheduled with the contractor until the end of August. So we'll get it all done. It just jams things up towards the end, that's all. Maintenance activities are ongoing, typical stuff. We did finish up a nice joint project with the city of Amboy on a pretty good size aluminum box culvert. That thing comes in about 1,000 different pieces, and the guys all assemble it and excavate it out and drop it in the hole. And job went pretty well. So kudos to the guys on that. We work with the City of Amboy's maintenance personnel when we do those, and sort of match man for man when we're out there on the job as a joint project. So all went pretty well there. This, I guess, early lapse in the project contract work has given us the opportunity on the engineering side to, keep pushing forward on a lot of the paperwork for 2027 work and beyond. So taking the opportunity to do some of that on the engineering side. Other thing to note is the job ad is out for the replacement for Brenda's retirement coming up in November. So that ad is out there and receiving applications right now. Just a reminder on if you guys get calls in particular, we get a lot of calls, but you may also receive them from time to time on the recycle dumpster drop off. They're all located within 5 different villages now. And when those dumpsters are full, that's actually the responsibility of the municipality that it's located in to call to get those dumped. We get calls all the time saying they're full. I don't know, sometimes board members, I'll hear from them that, they get calls on it. But just so that you know, it is actually the responsibility per the intergovernmental agreement with those municipalities that we pay the bill, but they're responsible to make sure those get called in when they're full. And that's it, unless anybody has any questions.
I just have one question. I had a conversation with someone here a couple days ago. Their dislike of Dixon losing their recycling area. Can you name off all the different villages that someone could go to?
So we have Franklin Grove, Ashton, Stewart, Pawpaw, and Sublette.
Okay,
And those are listed on our website with the location
Okay.
addresses and what they can actually recycle in there.
yeah, I think this person just forgets to look at that as well. So anyways, I just thought I would say it in the open meeting here. So anybody here have any other questions for that? Nope. All right, thank you, Dave. All right, so let's move into the next department, GIS. Sammy, do you have something to
Sure,
go share with your report?
sure. Good morning. The GS department continuous daily operations by maintaining and updating parcel data, zoning, and other core GIS data sets. Efforts also remain focused on improving the performance of field data collection and online mapping applications. Excuse me. The department also continues to maintain and update NG 911 and 911 GIS data sets and collaborates with Motorola and the Illinois State NG 911 initiative to ensure compliance with best practices and public safety GIS management, while also supporting preparation for the RGS software upgrade and data migration projects. In support of the Zoning and Building Office, the GIS department assisted with assigning new addresses and completing map scanning requests. The department also provided the City of Dixon's GIS parcel data requested by iWork Company in support of a project with the city. As part of future aerial imagery acquisition planning efforts, the department reviewed EagleView's technical proposals and participated in a guided overview of the new Cloud Explorer platform with our technical account manager. Additionally, GS and IT departments met with CloudPoint Company to review plans and requirements for the enterprise mapping system upgrade and parcel fabric migration projects. Also, the GS and HR departments have completed the initial review of GS technician applications and coordinated the pre-interview scheduling, which will begin next week on Wednesday and Thursday. Additionally, the department completed and submitted the U.S. Census Bureau boundary and annexation survey and the consolidated boundary and annexation survey forms for all participating jurisdictions in Lee County. Finally, as part of my ongoing professional development, I had the opportunity to attend the GIS Leadership Academy in Boise, Idaho. The program provided valuable leadership and management training and further expanded my GIS knowledge. I appreciate the opportunity to participate in this experience. That's all I have for this report. Thank you. Please let me know if you have any questions.
Thank you, Sammy. Any questions for Sammy? Okay, appreciate that, Sammy.
Thank you.
All right, let's move into the county board. Jeremy, would you like to share information relating to the county board and maybe the assessor's office as well, if you've got some update on that?
Yeah, definitely. So in regard also to Sammy and kind of some changes there, we sent Sammy to Boise, as he had said, to go to the GIS Leadership Conference. And a lot of that was not just GIS platform knowledge, but leadership knowledge and how to operate an office and a department in the GIS realm. We thought that that was beneficial to Sammy's development due to us working through the separation of departments between the assessment office and GIS, where previously, years ago, GIS and the assessment office was separate departments. GIS was then housed under the assessment office due to, I think, some staffing flexibilities and some changes. And now through this transition with the assessment office, we are separating the two departments again. So Sammy's going to be running that department. He is going through a hiring process with Susan for a new coordinator. And we're excited about that change and Sammy's development here in the county and what the future of GIS looks like. So thanks to Sammy for all his efforts. The assessment office, we are continuing to go through our transition here. We have engaged with Gary Twist as a consultant to fill in some gaps, specifically with commercial and farmland evaluations and assessments, to continue to work with the team on training and education there. We are taking a team approach to this where each team member downstairs in the office has obviously their niche field and piece of the assessment office that they are more experts in, but we are trying to make sure that there is cross-training throughout the department where the knowledge is being shared and they're working a little bit more closely together in that realm. With that, Joy Pittman has been appointed as the interim supervisor of assessments. That is a one-time 60-day appointment. That is mainly to make sure that we have continuity of reporting to IDOR, and she's able to sign off on that instead of me chasing the chairman down in a field somewhere. to get some of those reports signed. So very excited about that. Her team, the team downstairs is very supportive of that, and we really appreciate, Joy continuing to be a valued asset here. With that, we are continuing to look at our next appointment for CCAO permanently. We had the position posted for a couple months with a few applicants that had come in, but there has been an internal candidate that has expressed their interest over the last month and a half. Took the test, the CCAO test for certification, passed it the first try, and is continuing to work with the team and Gary in some leadership training and education to take on that role. We'll talk more about that in the coming weeks and also internally about that position. But we are looking to move forward here, hopefully in July. So I'll be able to express more on that in the coming days. But we're just trying to wrap a couple things up internally. So that's about it with the assessor's office. So moving forward, I think we're in a great position and excited about the future, and so are the girls down there. I just wanted to highlight again, obviously there's the hot topic throughout the area in regard to data centers. Lee County does not have an active data center development. We are not talking to a data center right now or a developer. We had put in our zoning ordinance in place, the technology overlay district, a year ago, just to be proactive. The private real estate listing that was online through LCIDA was exactly that, a private real estate listing, nothing more. And that is LCIDA's, position and job to do is to promote Lee County and its economic development opportunities. But that has since been removed, and it is not due to LCIDA removing it, but the the real estate firm actually asked to have it removed, and they are repackaging it and cleaning up some marketing before it gets reposted. So I just wanted to make sure that was, there's a lot of misinformation out there. A lot of folks think seem to have knowledge, but don't look or ask for the facts from the folks that are actually in the trenches, which is what we're doing right now. And I just, that's why Bob and I, the chairman and I, put our article out there just to make sure that we express some facts. But again, no data center development in Lee County. And if there was one, obviously it would come to this committee to have discussion on. It would go to, there would have to be a petition for zoning changes. It'd be a very public process before anything would ever go to the county board for approval or denial. So is there any questions in regard to that?
Just want to comment that, yeah, there is a public forum for that, and they throw out all these accusations of this and that. That's where they bring those facts in front of the board or from the process to have that, thrown into the record, and it's up to the hearing officer to decide whether or not that is factual or just made up. So we do have that process in place, and those are the places where the people need to show up and voice their facts.
Sure, and exactly when the opportunity, or if the opportunity
If the
arose,
opportunity comes to exist,
because
yeah.
again, there is not a development in place.
Right.
We understand the concerns. I think all of us here at the county understand the concerns of our citizens, in regard to utility usage and resource usage and the concerns that come around these developments. All of those things, again, if there ever was one, or proposal in front of Lee County, would be, clarified during all of these processes that we've laid out multiple times. So, again, we are very transparent here at Lee County, and we're going to do our best and continue to do our best to continue to educate the public and the board members as we continue to move forward.
No, that's all I have to say. Any, you gentlemen have anything? No? Okay. All right. Thank you, Jeremy. Let's move on to the county clerk and recorder. Nancy, would you like to walk us, the committee through your report, please?
Sure. Along with whatever you see there in my report, I just want to talk to you about that combining precincts and establishing polling location resolution. I would like the board to consider combining Brooklyn 1 and Brooklyn 2 for the following reasons. Because of the number of voters involved, for the security of our election judges, Brooklyn 2 is the only polling location with just one precinct. We're usually lucky if we can transfer in 2 election judges to man that polling location. We have struggled for years to obtain election judges in this area. By combining, we would eliminate the cost of renting 1 polling location, the cost of 1 precinct kit, and 1 vote center kit. So as you see listed in that resolution, approximately it's 678 voters that are involved. The new polling location would be at the St. Mary's Parish Hall. And I have since, like you said, talked to both village presidents, and they are on board with that. And so I would really appreciate the board's approval so we can get that put in place before the November election.
Will that resolution come this month?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Any questions? That's really all I have.
No, I wanted to comment about California's mail-in ballots, but I'm not. I promise I won't say anything.
Yeah, and then just on one other note, I do believe this is going to be the wave of the future with combining polling locations because we just don't have enough people to man. We don't have enough election judges to work in these polling locations. And again, for safety reasons, we cannot only have just 1 or 2 people in a polling location. So I do believe it's going to be something that we're going to be looking at down the road quite a bit of combining polling locations because of the lack of getting enough election judges to man these polling locations and the safety.
I agree with you.
Thank you.
All right, no questions. So we'll move on to the IT department. Paul is not here, but I believe his report is in the onboard. So then we move to ROE. Chris Tennyson would like to walk us through your report.
Thank you, Jack. Just a couple of highlights from our report. I know everyone got a copy. It's a busy time of the year. People always ask us in summer, does it slow down a little bit? It really doesn't slow down. It's just different type of work. Our new licensure person, Rebecca Garland, who took over from Mary Escamilla, who was with us for almost 30 years. That was a little bit of a stressful, worried time for me because we were losing one of the best licensure people in the state. But Rebecca has been phenomenal. She's jumped right in, and we've had a lot of educators right now that are either getting their license renewed because every 5 years they have to do that and get it done by June 30th, or we have some new educators that we've been helping get their license. So I've been busy there. Our office is wrapping up our annual audit through the Auditor General's office, and looks like we're going to have no issues with that. So I'm excited about that and getting that done. We're in the middle of summer construction schedule for us. Anytime you go by a school with work done, we're probably involved in the permitting of that. So I think we've got 22 of our 24 school districts in the 3 counties with projects going on this year that Josh and I stay busy with the permitting and making sure everything's going okay. And then we'll ultimately do the walkthroughs to make sure that they're safe for occupancy for the students and educators, and we'll get that done. Our mentoring program has just been growing and growing. We originally started 3 years ago with 2 mentors in Amboy, and this year we're going to have 13 mentors hired across 7 different school districts. And other ROEs have been doing this, and the legislators actually have been noticing and just helped us out with the new bill. Right now, with our mentors, we can only help 4th grade through 12th grade students. And they just, in this legislative session, passed a bill so that we can start working with kindergartners through 3rd grade too, which is going to be a help for us next year because, believe it or not, some of the students in that age group needed assistance, and we'll be happy to help provide that. So we're excited about that. We wrapped up another good year at our alternative school at Center for Change. And one of the things that we're able to do, because we get done the end of May, all of our students learn on an online platform that we paid for, and that platform's paid for through the end of June, all the way up to July 1st. So when it's not being used in June, we make those seats available to our school districts for summer school. So we've been helping a lot of our high school principals get set up in the program, and a lot of them are using those seats right now for summer school in their own buildings. And our education outreach program on Friday night just had another graduation ceremony at our office. They had 13 young adults who earned their high school diploma, which was an exciting time for us. So that's just a brief recap, but I'll be happy to take any questions about our report.
Yeah, with summer, you'd think you guys would take the time off, but you guys got to keep going.
It's really neat. I like it because in education, it was always, oh, take a breath, because the summer's a little slower, but we stay busy, but it's a different kind of busy. So
Right, yeah.
I enjoy that.
exactly. Well, again, appreciate what you guys are doing for these kids, so. All right, any questions for Chris? All right, thank you, Chris. All right, let's move on down to Veterans Assistance. Jim, I see you're back, so if you want to
Morning.
walk us through your report, that'd be great.
Okay, you have my report in front of you. If there's any questions on that, I'll be more than happy to answer them.
Short,
I'd like
sweet.
to make a
Go ahead, go ahead.
comment. I have received several compliments on the relocation of Veterans Assistance to this building from a lot of people out there. So I just said, I think it was a good thing to do, and I think Jim's kind of happy with this also, and I think it's working out better for you.
Right.
Good.
I do have a report on Bruce's training. He did
Okay.
complete the training, and he did pass. Now we're in the process of, he's completed his application for accreditation from the National Association of County Veteran Service Officers. And also, it's called a PID card. That's directly from the VA, Veterans Administration, so he can file claims for veterans in that. That's kind of a drawn-out process. There's some other training that he's done, online training for this accreditation and a PID card. So, like I say, we found out that there's only 2 people in the whole Chicago region, regional office and for the VA that does the accreditation and training. And he said there were 48 candidates for VSOs at the training from all over the country. Most of them from Illinois. There were like out of the 48 that he said there was like 20, 25 from Illinois. So each county is on the ball now and getting with the program for the law that was passed 4 years ago. He is seeing veterans, answering the questions to the best of his ability without actually filing the claim. He's doing the paperwork and things of that nature, so we can get some veterans on the road to getting their service-connected disabilities. We're working with the IT right now to get some in the office next to where I'm at, right behind the wall there, so he can get over here from the courts building and be over here because there's no public access to his office in the courts building. So, and his furniture has been ordered. So we're just waiting for IT. I know they're backed up with a lot of things going on in the county. So once that gets done, we'll have him over here and he'll be able to actually fax things in to the receiving center in Janesville for to file the intent to file claims and stuff like that, so they can get on the clock. Other than that, that's all I've got.
Well, thank you, Jim. Thanks, Bruce, passing, and hopefully we can get him going and taking care of business. So that's awesome. All right. Let's move into zoning. Alice, would you like to walk us through your report?
Sure. Good morning. We have nothing going to the zoning hearing officer on the 24th of this month. Coming from going to the planning commission on July 6th, we have a petition for text amendment. We recently adopted building codes. This text amendment is to clean up a couple of things that were overlooked in that adoption. Actions coming from the zoning hearing officer this month, we have one petition, 26P 1660 by Prairie Brome Solar LLC. This is a project that consists of 16 parcels located in Alto and Reynolds Townships. Following a public hearing that was held on May 27th, at which approximately 15 interested parties were present in the boardroom and approximately 11 interested parties were present via Zoom. Everyone that was present, either in person or by Zoom, was afforded the opportunity to present evidence, examine witnesses, and provide public comment. Following the close of the evidentiary portion of the hearing, the zoning hearing officer, Brian Brim, prepared his report and recommendation in which he recommends approval of the petition. We have no actions coming from the Planning Commission this month. In other news, Wusong Solar was granted a building permit for its community solar project on Pilgrim Road. We are still working with Meadow Solar to get theirs issued, which should be taking place here very soon. We still have Mound Hill Road North and Mound Hill Road South solar projects. They are currently working, but have not yet submitted their building permit application. And then I also received confirmation that Pivot Energy projects located on Rock Island Road will be moving forward with construction. That is all.
Any questions on our report, guys? All right, so we have one action item on petition 26P 1660. So is there a motion to move petition number 26P 1660 with a corresponding draft resolution to the executive committee for inclusion on the June County Board agenda? Moved by Keen Hudson, seconded by Mike Copine. Any discussion on this? No discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carried. All right, thank you. I have no unfinished business, no new business, no executive session, so I needed a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Moved by Keen Hudson, seconded by Mike Copine. All those in favor, say aye.